requirements, guys. Client 1 is sending a request and taking the response. The client 1 is liking with, he is a lover of XML. Client 1 is lover of the XML. So he is giving the input also in the XML format. He is expecting the XML also in the response. Client 2 is the lover of JSON. Client 2 is the lover of JSON. Client 2 will give the input in the JSON and want the output also in the JSON. Is my REST API supporting for that? Input JSON, output JSON, input XML, output XML. My REST API supporting for only one format. My REST API supporting for multiple formats. Now here client 4 is available. He is a mixed user. He will send the request in the XML. He want the response in the JSON. Okay? Input he is giving in the XML format. Output he is expecting in the JSON format. Input he is giving in the XML. Output he is expecting in the JSON. Now, fourth client is different. He is giving input in the JSON format, output in the XML format. Input is giving in the JSON format, output he want in the XML. All clients are having different requirements. Now look at the client 1, client 2, client 3, client 4, how they are dealing with the data. Can you see that? If your REST API is supporting for multiple formats of the data like this, that means you are dealing with media representation. Media representation means providing the response to the clients in their expected format. That is called media representation. What this Roy Fielding told was, your REST APIs should not be hard-coded for only one format of data. Media representation, whatever clients will tell, that you need to deal. If they are giving input in the XML, you take it. If they are giving in the input in the JSON, you take it. If they want XML, you give the XML. If they want JSON, you give the JSON. That means our REST API should follow media representation. Are we able to follow media representation in our REST APIs, guys? Consumes and produces. Are you following that? Consumes and produces. Media representation, are we able to achieve? Before, we are achieving the media representation because my REST APIs are dealing with multiple formats of the data as per the client requirement. Okay. Now, what is the first principle? Unique addressability. What is the meaning of unique addressability? Every REST API methods should have unique address. There should not be any ambiguity. Whenever you are binding your methods to URL pattern, make sure that your methods are having a unique address. What is uniform constraint interfaces? Uniform constraint interface is nothing but whenever you are writing your methods should be binded to HTTP protocol. Why you need to bind your methods to HTTP protocol? HTTP is universal. Other application developers will access our API based on the HTTP only. Okay, good. Media representation means as per the client requirement, we need to process the data in the REST API. We should be able to process the XML and the JSON. Now see, one client is giving XML input, want XML output. Another client giving JSON input, want JSON output. Another client giving XML input, taking JSON output. Here reverse. 4 clients are dealing with 4 different formats of the data. But still, our REST API will understand. Now I have a question. How REST API will understand which client is sending in which format, which client is expecting in which format? How REST API will understand the client requirement here? वो डेटा कौन सा फॉर्मेट दे रहा है और कौन सा फॉर्मेट में एक्सेप्ट कर रहा है? Accept and content type. Accept and content type. Content type will represent in which format client is sending. Accept represents in which format they are expecting. Based on the accept and content type, our REST API will convert the data into client requirement. Client is giving XML, content type XML. Client is expecting XML, accept is XML. Accept type. Based on the accept and content type, REST API will understand how client wants to deal with the data. As a programmer, are you going to convert that data, or Spring Boot is going to convert that data? As a programmer, do you convert that, or Boot will convert that? Spring Boot will convert that. Programmer will not do. Why programmer is not doing? Is it only for our project? It is universal. Requirement is universal. That's the reason Boot is going to take care of that conversions. Boot is going to take care of that conversions. Is this clear for all of you? Clear for all of you? Okay? Very good, guys. Next, fourth principle. Communication stateless means REST API should be stateless. Communication stateless means REST API should not remember any information related to clients. No session management. No session management. Every request should be treated as first request only. What they are saying is, boss, when you are developing a REST API, always your REST API should be communication stateless. You should not manage any sessions. Generally, why people will use sessions in the projects? To store the client's data. When you log in for first time, data will be stored in the session. Second request you can directly send. But in the REST API, sessions will be available, or REST APIs will not deal with the sessions. REST APIs will not deal with the sessions. Communication stateless means REST API should not remember anything happening between that. Okay? Communication stateless means REST APIs should not remember any information related to clients. Every request should be treated as the first request only. Then how the client request will be validated, we'll come to that point in the security, guys. We'll discuss about that in the security topic. How we are going to protect the REST APIs from unauthorized requests, from unauthorized clients, that we will discuss in the security topic. But you remember, REST API should be communication stateless. What is the meaning of communication stateless? REST API should not store any information related to the client application. Every request should be treated as the first request only. Okay? Good. We developed several applications in the REST API. We developed several applications using REST API. Are we storing any client's information using session? Am I using any session concept here? No, because my REST API should be communication stateless, that is architectural principle given by Roy Fielding. Now fourth one already we know, HETIOS. HETIOS is hypermedia as an application state. HETIOS means hypermedia as an application state. It represents that response should be represented in hyperlinks format. These are the 5 REST architecture principles, guys. These are the 5 REST architectural principles. These are the 5 REST architectural principles. Are you clear with the principles of REST architecture? Interview question. They may ask you, what are the REST architectural principles? There are 5 principles. Who provided those principles? Roy Fielding provided those principles. Based on the principles only, we are developing the REST APIs. REST is the architectural style to develop web services for establishing communications from one application to another application. Roy Fielding provided REST architectural principles. One is unique addressability. Every REST API method should be binded to unique address. Uniform constraint interfaces. All the HTTP REST API methods should be binded to HTTP protocol. Media representation. Method should deal with multiple formats of the data. As per the client requirement, your method should deal with the data. Communication stateless, no session management. REST API should not remember any data related to the client. Heteos. Heteos means hypermedia as the engine. So that means response should be represented in the hyperlinks format. Response should be represented in the hyperlinks format. Is this clear for everybody? Is this clear for everybody? Very good. Guys, and one more thing. Tomorrow, our class will start at 9:30, guys. Tomorrow, our class will start at 9:30 because tomorrow I have a AWS demo session at 8 o'clock. That may go up to 9:15. So only for tomorrow, our class will start at 9:30. Is it okay for all of you? Tomorrow, our class will start at 9:30 p.m. I will send you a message in the Telegram also, only for tomorrow. Because tomorrow is the first session for AWS demo. Please inform your friends, anybody who want to learn AWS and Linux, they can attend the tomorrow's demo session at 8 p.m. Zoom link they can find out in our website and it is available in our Telegram also. Guys, DB integration example, Dilip, I did not forget that, man, I remember it. Okay, I'm not saying that APIs are completed. Still we are learning some concepts. Okay. Good. Fine. Guys, do you understand the principles? Do you understand the principles of REST API? Okay. Fine, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Please practice this Heteos principle, Heteos example before coming to tomorrow's session. Okay. Yeah, Dev Prasad. Tomorrow I will take up the doubts, man, because today it's already late. It's already 10:30. Tomorrow I will take the doubts first, then I will start the session. Okay, tomorrow at 9:30 class will start. I will take the doubts for the first 15 minutes. Then I will start the session with the new concept tomorrow. Please practice this Heteos example. Okay, now if I start the doubts, it will go up to 11 o'clock. Okay guys, I'm sorry. Tomorrow I will take that. Thank you. Good night.
పొడుగు పట్టండి కొంచెం అడ్డం వెళ్ళిందా కానీ రాత్రి తెచ్చి పెద్దగా పొడుగు పట్టండి కండక్ట్ చుట్టూ పోసిన పెద్దగా వేసేయండి. पंचायत का अपन डूरिंग पर इतनी दिखला बंदे किसी के ना